On June 18th, General Clinton, who had replaced General Howe, evacuated Philadelphia with his army of 10,000 and 1,500 supply wagons, beginning the trek north toward New York. Washington immediately broke camp and followed Howe. Washington received contradictory advice as to whether he should attack Howe while he was in transit. Washington decided to leave the issue open and attack if the opportunity presented itself. On June 27th, Washington put General Lee, who had earlier been a prisoner of the British, in charge of the vanguard of the American forces. Lee was ordered by Washington to attack Clinton's rear when he began to move again. On the morning of the 28th, Clinton's troops began moving out, and Lee's cavalry troops attacked his rear guard. The battle began near the Monmouth Court House, initially as a series of uncoordinated clashes. Clinton soon determined that this was an opportunity to strike a major blow against the Americans. The fighting continued sporadically, and, after an attempted realignment in American lines, the Americans began a general retreat that took on the characteristics of a rout. Just then, General Washington arrived close to the scene. He was mystified at not hearing signs of the general engagement he had ordered, and further confused by the flow of American soldiers he saw leaving the front. Just then, he spotted General Lee. Washington lost his temper in demanding the meaning of what he saw. Lee was unable to answer him. Washington then took control of the situation himself. He organized the American troops in a defensive line along the West Ravine. Washington then rode back to the main concentration of American troops, spurring them to take up positions along a ridge behind the ravine. When the British arrived, the Americans were ready. Their position was strong, and Clinton's enthusiasm for dealing telling blows to the Americans got the better of him. Clinton sent wave after wave of soldiers against the American line, all to no avail. By 6:00 p.m., the British were spent and pulled back. The Americans, however, were also spent and were unable to attack. By the following morning, the British had moved onward toward Sandy Hook and transport to New York.